something like a Jew, they're Jewish. They're not a Jew. They're not the people of this book. They're not the people that God is talking about. Those are the devils. Christ said that they are the synagogue of Satan.
The keys to the
All right, so your question was about the Ethiopian church, right? All right, your question, my bad. I didn't see who asked it. Okay, Zephaniah, give me that Zephaniah. You know what I want. So look, the Ethiopians, right, just how the officer said, there's remnants of our people that are in Ethiopia according to Isaiah 11:11. Because what? We were scattered into every nation on the earth. So I'm guessing y'all come from Ethiopia, right? So y'all are actually Israelites according to the Bible. You got that? Zephaniah 3.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 10. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia.
Where?
Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia.
So we talking about Ethiopia, read.
My suppliants.
My what?
My suppliants.
Meaning the servants, read.
Even the daughter of my dispersed.
The daughter of his dispersed. Who's the daughter of his dispersed? Let's get Isaiah 11:11. Let's get that real quick. The daughter of the dispersed is all these tribes you see right here. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulun, on down. We were all scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why wherever you go, you can find our people there. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass.
So it says it shall come to pass, meaning the prophecy. Look, y'all paying attention? Come on, y'all. This is very important information. Do not lose sight of what we're bringing out right now. Read.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time.
So the Lord is setting his hand again the second time, meaning what? The second coming of Christ is going to happen, right? That's what we're talking about right here. Read.
To recover the remnant of his people.
The remnant of his people is those that scattered in Egypt, those that scattered in Ethiopia, those that scattered in Ghana, in Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Lucia. These are where all our people are at. Read.
Which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush.
From Cush, right? Because what? Cush in the Bible is your modern day Ethiopians. That's who they descend from. That's your forefathers, Cush. Read.
And from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Just as I mentioned, Trinidad, all those islands of the sea. Read.
And he shall set up an ensign.
What is the ensign? This is the ensign. This is what's being set up right now. This is Bible prophecy. Right now, in the moment that we are living in right now, you are witnessing Bible prophecy. Read.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations.
For the nations, read.
And shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
The outcasts of who?
Of Israel.
Because what? Y'all are not pure Ethiopians, meaning you're 100% Ethiopian. You are from the tribes of Israel. Because what? The Ethiopians are not God's people. The pure ones are not God's people. Just how the pure Egyptians are not God's people, right? Because what? In the book of Exodus, the Most High destroyed the Egyptians. So how is that his people? Those are not his people. Read.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah. Because what tribe did Jesus Christ come from? Do y'all know? The tribe of what? Judah. Because they what? They call him the Lion of Judah, right? So what? That means that if he walked the earth today, if he had to fill out a job application, he would check off African American or American black. He had hair just like y'all. He had skin darker than y'all's. Meaning what? He was just the same bloodline that y'all are. So what are we showing? What does that mean now? Now that you know about the Church of Ethiopia, right? Because the Church of Ethiopia is really the Church of Israel. Because you read in the New Testament, right? You read about the book of Romans. You read about the book of Ephesians. You read about the book of Philippians. You know those are all lands in Asia Minor, right? So you got what? Philippi. You have the land of Rome, right? You have the Greece land. This is where all our people was dispersed to. Give me Acts 2. Acts 2 and 5. Acts 2 and 5. Let's start from verse 3. You know about Acts 2 when they say they spoke in tongues, right? That tongues is talking about languages, correct? It's not talking about what they do in the Pentecostal church, the habada-babada. No, not that. You with me, right? Okay, Acts 2.
The book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 3. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as fire,
Right.
and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost.
It was all filled with the Holy Ghost, meaning what? The Spirit of God, this Bible, read.
And began to speak.
And began to speak, read.
With other tongues.
With what?
With other tongues.
Meaning other languages, read.
As the Spirit gave them utterance. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
Wait, there was dwelling out of Jerusalem what? Read that again for him.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven.
See that? Out of every nation under heaven. So what does that mean for you? Go ahead, what was you going to say? Okay, I got you. But look, check out that flyer, okay? Because now it's high time, now that you know you're Israelite, we got to come out of these sins, okay? The sins of America, the sins of Babylon the Great. We can't live how we used to before we knew this knowledge. There's something that's required of us, all right? So make sure you check that out, all right, bro? All right, no problem. So look, my brother right here. How you feeling, man?
Hey, he wants to know about the land that they fighting over right now, that the Jewish people are inhabiting and they're fighting with Gaza, Palestine.
Okay.
Trying to figure out who that land belongs to.
All praises. So let's go to Zephaniah. Not Zephaniah, Joel 3. Joel 3. Joel 3 and 1. Start from verse 1. So, bro, now that's a great question that you asked. What's your name, by the way? Marcus? Okay, Marcus. My name is Amariah. So check it out, right? That's a great question that you asked because what? There's a controversy in that land right now. Because you got what? War going on in that land. The Palestinians believe that it belongs to them. And the Israelis believe that it belongs to them. So who does it belong to? Let's see, because God made that land, right? So let's see who he gave it to. Read Joel.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For, behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So wait, I want you to look at this sign. It says that he's going to bring the captivity again of Judah and Jerusalem. So Judah, who do you see that is? Now, Jerusalem is this whole line right here, all these 12 tribes. So you see American blacks, West Indians, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. In other words, these are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are his people, okay? Read.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So you know what Jehoshaphat means? It means decision. So the Lord is going to bring all the nations, right? Meaning he's going to bring the Russians. He's going to bring the Europeans. He's going to bring the white man. He's going to bring the Arab. He's going to bring the African. And he's going to bring them all over. You see where that war is right now? That's the valley of decision. That's the valley of Jehoshaphat. So they're not fighting for no reason. The Lord is gearing them up for his second coming. Read.
And will plead with them there.
How does God plead? Let's get that in Isaiah 66. How does God plead? Because does that mean he's going to go to the UN and stand in the center and say, look, I'm going to plead for my people? Like they plead? No. Let's see how the Lord pleads.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
He'll come with what?
The Lord will come with fire.
Oh, it say the Lord going to come with fire. So he's not going into the UN office. He's coming with fire. Read.
And with his chariots.
With his what?
And with his chariots.
That's his angels. Come on, y'all. So look, read that one more time.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind.
With his what?
And with his chariots like a whirlwind. To render his anger with fury. And his rebuke with flames of fire.
So he's coming with his sword and flames of fire. That's what I was telling you about in Joel 3. Go back. The valley of decision is what? Are you going to be mad at me because I didn't choose you to be my people? If you want to be mad, then come on, be mad. Let's war. Let's fight each other. But what? He's going to destroy them all, because that's what he was meant to do from the beginning. The nations were set under our feet from the beginning.
That's right.
Read.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
Who?
For my heritage, Israel.
Who?
For my heritage, Israel.
For Israel. That's you, Marcus. You are Israel. A prince that has power with God and men and has prevailed. You have prevailed through all the tribulations that we've gone through as a people. Because what? They say if you here, that means your ancestors were strong enough to survive. That's why you're here. Because we are God's chosen people. Keep reading.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
If you go to Africa, right? What people is there? Can you find our people there? If you go to China, can you find our people there? If you go to Hawaii, can you find our people there? We are the only people that have been scattered all over the earth.
That's right.
Meaning what? The Bible, that land that they fighting over, it doesn't belong to the Palestinians. It doesn't belong to the Israelis, because what? They're something like a Jew. They're Jewish. They're not a Jew. They're not the people of this book. They're not the people that God is talking about. Those are the devils. Christ said that they are the synagogue of Satan, meaning they are the church of Satan. You heard what Kanye said? He said what? All the billionaire corporations is owned by who? The Jewish. They are the devils. They control the media. They allow your Sexy Red, your Megan Thee Stallion, your black on black violence, your drill music. They own all the porn companies. They fathered the porn industry.
That's right.
They created it.
That's right.
And parted my land.
But how did they part the land? In 1940s, they parted the land. Meaning what? They said, look, we're going to have the Israelis, y'all going to come and y'all going to come and take over this side of the land, and we'll leave the Palestinians on this side of the land. But what? They were not there originally. Who was originally there? We were. Because what? It says that in the Bible, right? When Jesus was born, Joseph, his father, got the commandment to flee into Egypt, right? From Herod. So if you flee into Egypt to hide, how are you going to hide as a white man? In the land of Africa. Only black people live in Africa. It's a very small percentage of white people that live in Africa. So you are not going to blend in. You're going to be like, damn, that's a white man right there. So what? That's showing you that Jesus is black. Read.
And they have cast lots for my people.
How did they cast lots for us? I'm going to show you something, Marcus. How did they cast lots for us? Take a good look at this picture. What are they doing? You see the white man pointing to the sister and her daughter right here? You know what's happening right here? They're auctioning her off into slavery on an auction block, right? So read that again.
And they have cast lots for my people.
Because to cast a lot means to cast a bid. So what? They say, this nigga going to Arkansas for 400, for 500. Do I have any buyers? And what? Sold to Master Charles, going to Arkansas. That's Bible prophecy. Read.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
Have given a boy for a harlot, because what? People don't know the evils that was actually taking place in slavery. Do you know you, right, Marcus? If you were in the slave plantations, they would put a bag over your head, and they would put a bag over your mother's head, and they would say, look, you're going to sleep with a slave because we need more strong, big back slaves on this plantation. So you know what they would do? They would cover your eyes so you wouldn't be able to see that you were sleeping with your own mother to breed. That's why it says it cast a boy for a harlot. Because what? They turned the men into breeders. Do y'all know about that? My brother. What's your name? Joe. Do you know about slave breeding? So look, slave breeding is because you had on the plantation, right? Cotton, tobacco, what else we have? Sugar cane. These are all very high laborious intensive things to do. So to increase his profit, hold on Marcus, don't go nowhere. To increase his profit, right? The white man bred the strong slaves so they can have more strong slaves on the plantation. But guess what that involved? That involved incest. That involved the male, what? The master, he would take the male slave. He didn't care if it was his sister or his mother. They just wanted to go down the bloodline so that what? If he came from this family, he was this strong, let's breed him with his mother. So he'll be another boy that's going to come out just as strong as him, if not stronger. So what? These are the curses of the Bible. This is not a good thing. Read that again.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot.
They turn our men into breeders. Meaning what? If you were back then, bro, you would be a breeder.
No, I'm a big guy, yeah.
Yes, so you would be bred. Are you an animal?
No.
You're not a dog, right? So why did they treat us like such? Because they are our enemies. That's why.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.